The held pension. Every last Friday of the month, Mr. James Whitmore sat on the same wooden bench outside the pension office, his walking stick resting across his knees, his eyes fixed on the rusted blue gate. The gate rarely opened on time. When it did, it creaked like it was, tired of carrying the hopes of old men and women who had already given their strength to the nation. Mr. Whitmore had worked for 35 years as a public servant. He had taught children how to read, how to count, how to believe that tomorrow could be better than today. When he retired, he believed his days of struggle were over. The pension, they told him, was guaranteed. It was his reward for a life of service. But the pension was held. At first, it was just 1 month, then 2, then a year. Each visit to the office came with a new explanation. The file is missing. The system is down. Come back next week. Next week became next year. Meanwhile, Mr. Whitmore's world grew smaller. His savings vanished. His medicine ran out. His pride, once tall and unshaken, bent quietly under the weight of waiting. Around him, others waited too. Mrs. Eleanor Brooks, a former nurse who had spent her youth in crowded hospital wards. Mr. Thomas Reed, a retired clerk who still wore his old tie as if it were a badge of dignity. They shared stories, forced laughter, and long silences heavy with unspoken fear. They were bound together by the same invisible chain, the pension that existed on paper but not in their hands. At home, Mr. Whitmore's wife, Margaret, learned to stretch meals. Soup became thinner. Lights were switched off early. When his grandchildren asked why he no longer bought sweets, he smiled and said, "Soon." The word soon became his daily prayer. One cold morning, as the sky hung low and grey, Mr. Whitmore did not make it to the bench. He collapsed on the way, his body finally exhausted by waiting. By the time the news reached the pension office, his file was still under review. Weeks later, the pension was approved. A letter arrived at the Whitmore home, stamped and signed, announcing the release of his funds. Margaret held it with trembling hands. The money came, clean and complete, but it arrived too late. It could not buy back the years of waiting, the nights of hunger, or the breath that had quietly left his body. At Mr. Whitmore's funeral, the wooden bench outside the pension office stood empty. Yet his story lingered there, carried by the wind and remembered by those still waiting. It became a warning and a quiet cry, a reminder that when a pension is held, it is not only money that is delayed, but lives slowly slipping away. And so the gate still creaks open every month, and new faces take their seats on the bench, hoping their own pensions will not be held long enough to become a story of loss.